In this lesson, we are going to install Windows Server 2016. The first step will be starting the virtual machine by selecting the virtual machine and clicking on the Start button. The VM will display an error message on the black screen, informing us that there is no bootable medium found, system halted. To start installing Windows Server, we need to mount the ISO image so that the VM can use it as bootable DVD. Open the Devices menu, go to Optical Devices, and click on Choose Disk Image. Next, go under the path where you have saved your disk image. Select the disk image and click Open. Now you need to restart the VM. Under the Machine menu, click the Reset option. The VM will boot now from the disk ISO image and will start the setup program. First, you have to choose the language you want to install, the time and currency format, and the keyboard format. I will leave the default English values and continue. Click Install now. Here you have to choose the edition you want to install. The ISO image we have previously downloaded contains two editions, the Standard and the Data Center edition. The first installation option selected by default is the Windows Server 2016 Standard Edition. This is the core version without the graphical interface. You have to pay attention to this detail because you can mistakenly install the core edition instead of the full graphical edition, which is named Windows Server 2016 Standard Edition, Desktop Experience. Microsoft stated that in the future, core servers will be more deployed than servers with GUI. In fact, core servers presents the advantage of having less resources footprint as they don't need to have all components installed, and hence they are less vulnerable to malwares. The equivalent installation options are available for Windows Data Center Edition, with the core installation option and the desktop experience. For this installation, I will choose the Standard Edition with desktop experience and continue. The next window contains the license terms agreement you have to agree with to be able to continue the setup process. Click Next. Now the program prompts you to choose your installation type. The first option is Upgrade. This allows you to upgrade from an earlier version without removing the data and programs present on the server. This option is rarely used. Upgrading a production server is sensitive. If something goes wrong, it will impact negatively your organization. There is no guarantee that the upgrade process will succeed, and things can go wrong, and then you have to recover your data and system state from your backups. And you would better have one, otherwise you will be in trouble. Best practices recommends to install Windows Server on a server new machine. Configure that server, and when the new server is ready, you will migrate roles and data to that new server. Then you can decommission the old server. And this is what I will do by choosing the second option, Custom Installation. In this step, you will choose the disk on which you want to perform the installation. Here we have only one disk, so I will select it and click on the Next button. Now the setup process starts installing the Windows Server on the disk. It can make some time to complete, So I am going to speed this video and come back when this step completes. Once the setup is complete, you are prompted to enter the password for the built-in administrator account. I will enter my password and hit Enter key on the keyboard. Now the logon screen is displayed and you can log in using the administrator account and password you just created. For that, you can just press right Ctrl and delete, or you can do it from VirtualBox menu by going to Input, Keyboard, then select Insert Ctrl-Alt-Delete. Now I am going to enter the password and open a session. Windows will prepare the user environment as it's the first time I open a session with the administrator account. Then the desktop is displayed. That's it for this lesson.